All right, guys, pictures up.
Pictures up.
Pictures up.
Let's roll sound.
Rolling.
Rolling.
Sound speeds.
Camera speeds. 2. Asham. Take 2. Mark.
Settle. Ready?
Set. And action.
Welcome to the Penn Cinema Podcast, your behind-the-curtain connection for movie news and reviews. Now here are your hosts, Penn Ketchum and David Moulton.
Welcome to the show. I'm David Moulton.
And I'm Penn Ketchum. What's up? David, we're here. We brought it back. What did we say? What did the kids say? They roll it back?
Yeah. Well, you were saying when you were young, they never had a 9/11.
Right.
Right? And then we were like, remember when there was the COVID?
Right.
What if we did it again?
Right. So during COVID, David and I, well, first we were remote.
Yeah.
We did the Zoom call episodes.
Because that was during the time when we refused to miss a show.
We never missed a week for like the first 2 years.
Yeah.
Or 3 years.
It was
a long run.
Yeah.
And then when COVID started to lighten up just a little bit, like maybe that summer or spring,
Yeah.
we started doing the shows in person, but we had these, I don't know if you can see it on the show because we got the cameras set up to not see it, but there's a piece of plexiglass between us,
Right.
and we always called them the visitation shows.
Yeah, like we were in prison. Yeah.
And then it was great because when we started to having the visitation shows, people started writing in, speculating, because the question was, okay, so we're visiting each other in jail. The question is, who's visiting who?
And for what?
And for what?
Yeah.
And we had a lot of fun with that.
Right.
Yeah, that was a hoot. So now people can see what we were, what we were talking about.
Whenever, now that we're doing video, you can
Yeah.
see what we're doing. And
Yeah.
since then, because we care about each other, don't
Yeah.
tell
Right.
anyone,
No,
don't tell anyone.
That's just between
It's
us.
just between us. When one of us isn't feeling well,
Right.
we'll put up the thing to kind of, this time it's me. Most of the time it's me.
But do you remember the show we did? I want to say it was like a year ago, or maybe it was only 6 months ago. And remember, like, I wasn't feeling well, and I held it together for like 90% of the show.
The end of the show, you're like, ugh.
And then it was during the listener feedback, or maybe it was during what are you doing? What are you reading, watching, doing? And I would just like, we could not wrap up the episode fast enough.
You were dying, like actively dying.
I was like, that's it. That was rough. It's funny how that works. I feel like some of it has to be adrenaline.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you get the show, you get started, but then like after an hour or so, you're like in the groove and your body's like, wait a minute,
Hold
we're
up.
sick.
Yeah.
We're not supposed to be having a good time.
You should be in bed.
We're shutting this down now. So anyway, David, I'm sorry that you're not feeling well, but I'm glad that you're well enough to do the show. As you know, you're a consummate professional.
I'm surviving.
That's
I'm
it.
medicated. I'm moving. We're just taking precautions.
Highly medicated.
Highly medicated, unhighly supervised.
Right. All right. Well, you want to lead us off? You wrote this smashing headline. Is the headline the same thing that I put at the bottom of our trailers?
Yes.
Okay. So let's do it all in one. You can lead it off. We won't double dip into the trailers, but
Yeah.
I was pretty amused.
After last week,
Right.
where I was like, people don't understand your highbrow,
Right.
amazing lingo that you've
Intellect.
intellect lingo.
Jargon.
People are calling popcorn movies pizza movies, but
Right.
they should be calling popcorn movies,
Right.
not pizza. Like, get with the program.
Right. Try to keep up.
Who do you think you are?
Try to keep up.
Yeah. And then, lo and behold, Hulu puts out a trailer for a movie called Pizza Movie. And then I thought, there we are. We're done.
Right.
If this movie is any type of a hit, which it probably won't be, because it's not in theaters.
Come on.
It's not in theaters.
I know.
I'm taking the Penn Ketchum outlook here.
Yeah.
It's not in theaters. It's not real.
Right.
But say people see it, the problem will be they'll be like, "Oh, you talking about that movie, the pizza movie?"
No, because we were here first. So I've already had our team of experts
Yeah.
draft up all the legal paperwork.
Yeah.
We're filing suit this afternoon. Yep. That's why the office is so full right now of all the lawyers.
Yeah.
You know,
makes
we
sense.
got guys in suits. all
I
over
couldn't
the
tell
place.
which briefcase was mine.
Right.
when I put it down, I was like, "Oh snap!
So
which one has the knock files and which one?"
I will say.
Yeah.
I mean, did you watch the trailer?
Yeah, it actually looks pretty good.
It looks pretty good. It looks pretty creative, right? It's pretty fresh. Like these guys take these mints, which are like a cross between psychedelics, but also like maybe magic.
magic.
And the little fairy that guides them through their trip or their journey is played by Sarah Sherman, who's one of my favorites from SNL.
Yeah.
And the lead man is the kid from Stranger Things.
Right.
I don't know. It looks like
Dustin.
fun. Dusty. Yeah. Dustin. I think it looks like fun.
I think it does too. The premise is they take these mints and they're like supposed to be the best high.
Right.
And they see a commercial that says these mints will give you a great high, so they eat them, but they don't watch the rest of the tape or commercial or whatever. And it says only if you eat pizza. And they're like, well, what happens if we don't eat pizza? Your head will explode.
Yeah. And then their head promptly explodes.
Yeah.
Like with blood all over the other guy's face.
So sometimes they're hallucinating, and then apparently sometimes it'll actually kill you.
Yeah.
So
it took me right back to high school.
I'll watch this. This is very much it's like Harold and whoever go to White Castle.
Yeah.
Like with magic.
I've never seen that movie. But if you want a little glimpse into Penn's high school years,
you lived it.
Watch Pizza Movie.
Yeah.
Dial up Jim, wake him up from Memphis.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get Wrecker out of Bangor, Maine, you know.
And it's time to get started.
And it's time to get started.
Yeah.
Right. Oh my God. Okay. I'll
take it. I'll take it.
Yeah,
Look, Steven Spielberg says he's working on a kick-ass Western. And my first response was, do we even care? Look. I know that some people here like to live in the glory days of the past. Let's call them Shmen Petchum. When it comes to actors and directors and stuff.
Right. It's true.
But I'm telling you, Steven Spielberg has gone downhill.
I'm going to challenge you on this.
Yeah.
I'm going to challenge you and push you back, and we're going to put a pin in this conversation.
Yeah.
And we're going to revisit this conversation on June 14th.
After Disclosure Day.
Because that's 2 days after we've watched Disclosure Day, which I think looks freaking amazing.
It does look good.
If Disclosure Day is half as good as it looks,
I'll give it to you.
Then you're going to have to give it to me.
I'll give
because
it to you.
Disclosure Day looks amazing. For those who don't know, Disclosure Day is a Spielberg movie that comes out June 12th. And we're going to talk about the trailer in a few minutes. But here, I'm kind of pushing back on you because we do care about everything Spielberg does,
right.
Because we do live in the past, and that's just where my comfort zone is. But
I'm also like definitely pushing harder on this than I actually feel.
Okay, but fair enough. But let me try to zero in on this a little bit because I do have a smidge of a problem.
Okay.
You know what my problem is with this?
What's your problem?
My problem,
with Penn.
David. I'm going to tell you what my problem is.
With Penn?
I got a problem.
With Penn.
It's our whole new segment. It's called
What's your problem with Penn?
With Penn. I'm going to tell you what my problem. My problem with this is this. I have a problem. My problem with this is Spielberg should not be making Westerns. Like, you tell me he's making another science fiction movie, I'm all in. Like, great. But like, what are you going to tell me next? He's making a buddy comedy?
Yeah, there's two things going against him. One, his movies have declined. And we'll see with this next one. But the last couple have not been.
What, remind me? I forget.
Exactly.
Well, he made that one being the Fleischmans or whatever, where it was his biography.
Yeah.
His biopic.
Did anyone but you see it?
It was what the hell was it? What was the name of that stupid movie? But it was great.
The thing is, you can't remember them. It's not like the old days where we were like, oh, that was a Spielberg movie. You can't remember
what was the name of that movie? Podcast@penncinema.com. What was the name of that? I want to say Being the Fleischmans, but that wasn't it.
Remembering
the Titans.
Yeah.
Remember the Titans. That was what it was. It was a documentary about Spielberg's early football years.
So touchdown! Yeah. So. So we have that against him, right?
Right.
And the second one is
we hated the football movie.
The football movie was trash.
Right.
Yeah.
Being John Malkovich was not that great either. Right.
I like that movie.
Well, sure, but it wasn't Spielberg, so
right. Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. So, and then it's a Western. And I just don't know that Westerns sell anymore.
Oh, here's the thing. If somebody would come along and make a good Western, when was the last time we had a good Western? 610 to Yuma? Was that the last good Western we had? I think it was.
Star Wars?
Right. If somebody would come along and make a good Western, I think it would sell really well. And I really mean that. I really, truly believe in my heart of hearts, in this world that we live in today, in the United States of America, you make a good Western with some big 6-shooters and some horses. I mean, all you got to do is ask Tyler Sheridan.
Mm.
Like that guy, he knows.
Oh, he knows.
He knows. You know who that is?
I know the name.
Isn't he the guy that made Yellowstone?
Oh, maybe.
I think he is.
I don't know.
Anyway,
I couldn't watch Yellowstone.
No, me neither. But I'm saying if you make a good Western.
They kill a horse in the first 20 minutes. Neither
one of us is watching Westerns, and I'm still here running my mouth about how great Westerns would do. But I stand by it. I think somebody needs to make a good Western.
Can I take you down an alley?
Please.
And look down this alley over here.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Okay, let's go walk down this alley. I'll meet you at the other end.
All right, perfect. I'll bring my football in case we bump into Steven Spielberg.
Right.
Okay.
We've clearly established that I am not Western.
Right.
I'm not.
Okay, but
a cowboy.
Have you ever ridden a horse?
Yeah, I used to ride horses.
Yeah, okay.
My mom used to train horses.
Perfect.
And stuff. She has a whole bathroom themed around her horse training days.
Oh my God.
And horse vet days.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway.
Yeah.
So we've established that you're not into Westerns. Right, obviously.
I'm not saying I'm not into them. I'm saying I personally, when you look at me, you don't think cowboy, which is, well maybe you do.
I do.
Yeah.
Right.
But most people don't think cowboy. But somehow TikTok has started showing me this guy with this company called Wild Hats. And he makes cowboy hats.
Yeah.
And it's like one of the most badass things ever. And he's just like, check this out. We're making a dusty rough top. And he's like steaming the hat. He's telling he's got a mule kick. He's like, hell yeah, look at this. This hat right here. And it's like, I watch every single one, even if I've seen it before. I'm just drawn right in. And then I'm like, man, that is pretty cool. And then I think, man, it'd be cool. And then I could never in a million years pull off any of these hats with any of the style that I have. It would look so ridiculous.
Fashion plate that you are.
Yeah, and even at one point I was like, well, let me just check. Like, I'm just curious. Like, I just want to see how much he sells these for. Bottom line is like $500.
Oh my God,
insane!
I'm gonna buy you a dusty rough top for Christmas.
Please.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I watched this guy on YouTube, and he did an interview. He's a famous professional mountain biker, and he did a post-race interview, and he's wearing a cowboy hat.
See?
And I thought he looked just cool as hell.
Yeah, you could have a cowboy hat.
No, I'm with you.
When you had the ponytail, it would have been perfect.
Okay, listen, David, I know later in the show you're going to ask me what I'm up to, so I'm going to beat you to the punch.
Oh.
And I'm going to tell you that this weekend, Marley was in town, and she is on a quest, much like you and I, to watch every bit of Oscar content that she can. Therefore, we watched K-pop Demon Hunters in my house this weekend.
Now, when you were done, did anyone turn around and go, why is this old guy watching this? Like happened when I saw it?
Right. No. I'm not sure I was still in the living room when it was over. Because when I say we watch it, I mean they watched it and I was home.
It gets great at the end. The song, you're like, I get it.
I get it.
So what did you think of the moment that you saw of K-pop Demon Hunters?
I loved it. I did not watch the whole thing, but I did watch enough of it to recognize that this was good quality stuff.
Right.
Like, I did appreciate it. And if I didn't have other stuff that I wanted to be doing, I would have sat and watched it. But it was, the music was great. It was entertaining. I love the idea of the trio of demon hunters, generation after generation. And, I love that the one demon hunter was like conflicted and,
Why was she conflicted?
Because was she tied up with the boys, the 50 million the boys?
She got tied up with the boys, but do you know why?
No.
She was half demon.
She was half demon.
And the group had a very strong no demon tolerance.
Right.
And so she was afraid the other girls would ostracize her because she was.
If we get down the road and it is revealed that you're half demon,
Yeah.
I'm not going to be, I wouldn't even blink.
What if it was revealed that I'm half cowboy? would you blink then?
I might blink then.
Pen, I have a.
Oh my God. Okay. So anyway, speaking of K-pop Demon Hunters, K-pop Demon Hunters 2 is officially announced.
Yeah.
So we're excited.
Yeah, I would wager hard, cold
Cash.
Monopoly cash.
Right. Wait, would you wager silver coins and gold coins like in the old days?
Yeah, totally. That this gets a full theatrical release.
Absolutely.
Because the first one, they put it out in theaters twice, and it did great both times.
Yeah, I completely agree.
There was a point where it was like the biggest
Yeah.
theatrical release of the summer.
Yeah, it was huge.
Point. Yeah.
And is this the one where I missed like the opening day? Like it wasn't. I like screwed it up. I just
It was like because both times they did it, it was one weekend only.
Yeah.
And the first time, like
Yeah.
you were like, it's nothing, and I was like, Pen.
Well,
what if it wasn't nothing? And you were like, nah. It's nothing. Just like you're definitely not a cowboy.
Right. I can admit when I'm wrong, and that's the thing. I mean, I'm very proud of. I think I do a really good job of picking content and publishing, a slate of offerings, if you will. But this is one that I missed, and I remember really kicking myself. And I remember you telling me that we should play it, and I was like, "What does he know?
What is he, like some sort of cowboy? He wouldn't know."
Right.
Yeah. All right. This one I put on here because I've got questions.
Okay.
And I'm hoping you can. I'm going to read this is from JoeBlow.com.
For those of you who don't know, JoeBlow.com is a great resource for unpretentious movie news, just general movie going. If you love movies and you occasionally like to surf the internet and read about movies, Joe Blow is a great place to go do that. It's JOBLO.com.
Yeah, and it's not just theatrical. They cover
Right.
They cover the television stuff that you don't think exists.
Yeah. Do they cover radio? I didn't hear them cover radio.
No, they don't cover podcasts yet because they're afraid they have to cover us.
I'm going to tag them on Facebook and see if I can get them to
review our podcast.
Yeah.
All right. Universal has extended their theatrical window to 5 weekends for 2026. Before the COVID pandemic shortened windows to 45 days, the industry standard held strong for a 90-day run in cinemas. Universal was the company that championed an extreme shortening of windows for 17 days or 3 weeks around the time of the pandemic. Not only has the studio decided to pivot in the opposite direction for this year, but they also plan to go further for the next year. Universal also revealed they would extend their theatrical runs to 7 weekends in 2027. Now, my questions to you is, this sounds good, and I'm sure I think it's good. So just to clarify, Netflix promised, and then subsequently Paramount, both promised to uphold the 45-day window for Warner Brothers stuff when they were buying Warner Brothers. So that still remains to be what is kind of the post-COVID standard is 45 days. 7 weekends is less than 45 days. 7 weeks is less than 45 days unless, does that mean that, were they only doing 17 days before? What's the deal here? Because they're not, so they're saying that they're almost at the standard, or they're trying, because I was like, if you count just the weekends, is there some sort of weird math in the industry that makes that 45? Okay.
There's no math. Sticking with our cowboy theme, theatrical windows right now, it's the wild, wild west. People do whatever they want to do.
Yeah.
And it's entirely driven by how well the movie is doing. And like, one time I told somebody, well, somebody had agreed to pay me a certain amount of money for doing something early in the theater days when we first opened. And I said something to a guy that was a mentor to me at the time. And I said, oh, I won't believe it until I get the check in hand. And he goes, no. Don't believe it until you get the check in hand and the check clears the bank.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like I take this with a grain of salt because, first of all, this is not a binding contract. This is a news release. You know what I mean? Okay, great. So you're saying nice things. That's terrific. So first of all, who cares? Because if they get in a pinch and they need to put something on Peacock, they're going to put it on Peacock. Like, that's just how it is. Like, let's be grown-ups about it. But the second issue I have is, and I know that I'm very much in the minority here, but if they hit 45 days or 42 days or 43 days or 38 days, I don't honestly care. I think the magic number is give me 4 clean weekends. Whatever that math ends up being. Is it 28 days? Is it 32 days? Like whatever it ends up being, that's what theatrical needs to be successful. Every Monday, as you know, I book movies on Mondays. So in the movie business, our week starts on a Friday. And every Monday, I coordinate, or every theater in the country coordinates with all the studios. We talked on this show a couple of weeks ago about how we have a company that makes the movie called the production company, and then a movie that distributes the movie called the distribution company, and then a company that shows the movie called exhibition. And exhibition gets together with distribution on Mondays and agrees on what we're going to show on Fridays. So for Penn Cinema, I'm the person that does that job.
Mm-hmm.
The pressure for me, and I know that this is not everywhere, but I think the pressure for most people is studios want us to hold, like, I want to, like this, tomorrow when I'm booking movies, now next weekend we have big movies. We got Project Hail Mary, which is going to be massive. We got Ready or Not 2, which is going to be pretty good. Hoppers is holding over like crazy. Reminders of Him had a massive weekend, and that will hold over big. So tomorrow, I'm going to be trying to get rid of movies so that I can have more showtimes of Project Hail Mary. So I'm going to have pressure, and some of the movies I want to get rid of, I've only had for 3 or 4 weeks. You know, I was just, before we got started on the show, I was over there at my computer looking at grosses and looking at the bottom, and there's some movies that I want to either get rid of or only hold for a show. What I'm most concerned about is it's a little bit nuanced. It's a little bit subtle. But so give us a month, give us 30 days, give us 40 days, whatever. But the real issue is don't promote your streaming platform while we're still trying to sell movie tickets. You know, and I think that's the issue, is the perception that the public has, which sometimes their perception is not lined up with reality. So in other words, people will say, oh, I'm going to wait and see Project Hail Mary when it comes out at home because everything comes out at home so quick. Project Hail Mary is not going to be available at home for months. You know what I mean? That's a big, big hit. You know, that's a big, you know, the studios, if they can make $100 million on a movie, they're not going to release it at home. You know what I mean? Scream 7 just passed $100 million milestone. I think they're going to put that on Paramount Plus when they're trying to hit their $100 million mark. Absolutely not. So I think that there's a real challenge between, we have to hold the studios to better theatrical windows, and we collectively with the studios need to turn public perception around so that people understand, no, if you want to see the movie, you know, when it comes out, you're going to be waiting a long time to see it at home. There's this perception that it's available at home. A theater owner, a friend of mine who owns a theater in Ireland, I was interviewing him for a strategic plan for our Cinema United group, and he told me a story about how one of his movies, on the same day that he put tickets on sale for theatrical, as a customer, like somebody who had the UK's version of streaming, he got an email asking him to pre-order the purchase of that same title so he could watch it at home. You know, like literally the same day he's trying to start selling movie tickets to his theater, he got an ad from the studio wanting to pay now for an advance, you know, screening. He couldn't see it today, but he could sign up today and pay his $20 to see it in a month. You know what I mean? When it comes out. But if I paid $20 to see it in a month, I'm not going to turn around and pay $15 to see it tonight at the theater. You know, like it's just that kind of thing that adds to the public perception. So we have a perception, we have a reality problem, which is studios distribution needs to commit to longer windows. And then we also have, on top of that, a perception problem, which is somehow the public has this misconception that things are really available quicker than they actually are. But all of that to be said, and I'm sorry if I went a little too far into the weeds here.
I think so.
All of that being said, this headline from Universal is, first of all, good news. I applaud it. Good for you. And then second of all, I don't get too excited because, like, if they change their mind, they're just going to change their mind.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it's not like, but it's a good it's a good first step. And the fact that it made a headline helps with that perception problem.
Did Universal do Wicked?
Yeah.
Do you think, because Wicked really did this quickly, and I don't know how much it affected the theater, because it was still going strong here after this happened, but they might say that they're committing to this window of keeping it in the theater, but then they also release their stuff on PVOD, and where it's like $30 to watch it at home.
But if it's released on PVOD, that's the end of the theatrical window. The theatrical window is defined as any time you can watch it outside of the theater.
Okay. Okay.
So the PVOD date, in that, to use your example, that's the end of the theatrical window.
Okay, but even though it's still in theaters.
Well, see, that's the now we're going to a whole nother.
Because Wicked stayed in theaters and was doing really, really well.
Absolutely.
But it was at home for like $35-40.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll take it even a step further. I've had movies playing a clean schedule, which, as you know, means that they're playing a full auditory. They're playing 4 or 5 showtimes a day. I've had movies playing 4 or 5 showtimes a day and available for free streaming at home.
Yeah.
But what that tells you is how much people like the theatrical experience, how important the theatrical experience is to movies in general. And also it tells you what I've said a zillion times. You've heard me say it on this show many times, but I'll repeat it for those of you who are just tuning in. What we're offering here at Penn Cinema and at every movie theater in the world, what we're offering here is so much more than just seeing a movie. What we're offering is something to do this weekend. You know, what we're offering is, you know, what do you want to do tonight? I don't know. What do you want to do? Let's go see a movie. Like that type of thing. There's people who just love going to the movies, and they're our favorite people, you know, and we love them to pieces. But there are also people who come to the movies just because it's something to do.
Right.
And the example that I always use when people ask me if I'm stressed out about streaming is, no, I'm not stressed out at all, because everybody, almost everybody who's fortunate enough to have a home has a kitchen and can cook themselves some food. But sometimes you want to go out to dinner. Sometimes you want to go to a restaurant. And what we find is the people who have the nicest kitchens go out to eat the most.
Mm.
So somebody tells me, oh, well, I have all the streaming platforms and I have a 100-inch plasma TV and I have a killer home theater system. I bet you dollars to donuts that person is the first in line to see a theatrical release. You know what I mean? Somebody who loves movies so much that they build a beautiful home theater system, they're going to be in the theater watching movies all the time. So, you know, it's that old thing of like, we all have kitchens, but sometimes you want to go out to eat.
Right.
You know, and so we all have streaming, but movies are better in theaters. That's just how it is. And the best example we have this year is the guy who told me, my wife watched Sinners last night and she didn't really care for it. And I said, well, let me guess. She watched it at home. And he said, yeah. I said, well, Sinners is a movie. If you didn't see it in a movie theater, you didn't see it.
Hmm.
Like if you did not hear, I mean, IMAX is an even better, you know, if you saw it in IMAX, you saw the truest, best version of Sinners. If you saw it in a movie theater, you saw the actual film. You had the experience. You can walk around saying you've seen Sinners. If you watched it at home, you didn't see the movie, because you got to feel that music. You got to feel that soundtrack. You know, and if you don't feel that soundtrack, then you're not going to appreciate the storyline that's being told. And then you're going to tell your husband, I didn't really like it.
Also, if you watch it at home, there's a high probability that you were second screening.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Soapbox done.
All right, so we're off that soapbox. Penn might have had something to say. I'm not sure. I kind of blacked out there a little bit. But
should we put like a bookmark so people can skip that section?
yeah, like instead of an ad bookmark.
Right.
Yeah. That's about all the news fit to print. Oh! I fixed it.
Yes, you did. I did notice.
I did.
That was slick.
I did a lot of work this week on this old little new board.
Yeah, you put in some.
And I want to know, Penn, we haven't quite gotten there yet.
Yeah.
And I was going to say this, but since we're on the topic now, because, you know, that was amazing.
Yeah.
I want to tell you, I usually don't hear you.
Right.
But I heard you. And I went through and I shortened every single one of our listener feedback intros by a couple seconds. So we're looking at like a 10-second average-ish. You know, that means Top 10 Sarah, she lost like 10 seconds. Yeah. I cut Tony Balonge in half.
Oh, Tone.
Frodo got an entire new one.
Frodo got a whole new one.
She got a whole
Yeah.
new one.
Yeah, hold the Frodo.
Some of them, I was like, this is too good to go.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
This is going to stick with what we got.
Got
So-
the turkey wobble, the
Yeah.
gobble gobble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Trailer Master Jason, I cut off a point. You know, all I'm saying is I wouldn't have done it for anyone, but I did it for you.
All right. Well, because I appreciate that so much, I'll tell you what I'm going to do for you.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do for you.
Yeah. For me?
Yeah, because I like your face.
Oh,
All right,
thanks.
you have a nice smile.
Reminds you of a Western, huh?
Right. Let me tell you what I'm going to do for you, Cowboy.
Yeah.
When you play those intros, I'm going to be like Zen.
You're gonna be so into it.
I'm going to be so patient.
Yeah.
I'm just going to chill.
There was a point where almost all of them I looked at was like, this is only 13 seconds long, and I watch him die. Like he ages while I'm watching this play. How is it only 13 seconds long?
I have something else I want to bring up as long as we're on housekeeping.
Yeah.
I feel like correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like when we did the show and it was only audio,
Yeah.
my dances at the end of the news segment were awesome.
Yeah.
I feel like I haven't nailed one yet
No.
since we've been. You agree?
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I think not sure
Why
what's
is that?
going on, stage fright, and then you know what the big thing is?
No.
30% of half of the time.
Yeah.
You haven't had a button-up shirt, or that's
yeah.
for later.
Yeah, it's
but
for later.
You
But
have
yeah.
still,
Yeah. Okay.
you know.
All right. Well, I promise my commitment to you, since you were so kind as to shorten the months-long intros.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm getting half my calendar back.
Yeah. You should call Amy and say you're going out again this month.
Right.
You have extra time.
My commitment to you is I'm gonna try to. What did Stella do? Get her groove back. I'm gonna try to
She
get
did
my
get her
groove
groove
back.
back.
Yeah. I'm gonna watch that movie and figure out what she did to get her groove
Yeah,
back.
you might have to watch. Isn't there a sequel? You might have to watch that one too
Yeah.
to make sure you know
Yeah.
how to get it back again.
Yeah. All right, David. This week we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 trailers. They're kind of all over the place. I don't think any of them are bad.
No, I will say that it was when I started putting these down, I was mostly picking a trailer of the week out of just like, well, I guess this is the best choice. But then by the time I was done, I had a definitive.
Did you see that I cut the first 3 out?
Yeah.
Did you watch the last 2 that I added?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Let's start off with the Super Mario Galaxy movie, which had its own Nintendo Direct this week, premiering the new trailer.
Oh.
And, you know, we got to hear from some of the cast. That was very scripted, but, you know, cool. And this trailer just shows a lot more Super Mario stuff. They showed stuff from Super Mario 2 and more stuff from Galaxy, of course, from Sunshine. This movie continues to look good. At the same time, I have a hard time feeling wowed by this anymore. I'm just ready for the movie.
Yeah. I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Trailer was fine.
Yeah.
Movie's going to be awesome. I can't wait to see it.
The big announcement from the Nintendo Direct. Did you hear about this?
No,
This is a big announcement. Because I don't know if you know this week was Mario Day.
I did not know.
You know which day is Mario Day?
Pi Day?
March 10th? 'Cause
March
it's
10th.
Mario. Mario 10th. That's Mario Day.
That's just so clever.
Why didn't they release the movie a month earlier?
Right.
Right. That the voice of Yoshi, a character who pretty much exclusively just goes, Yoshi!
Yeah.
Is voiced by Donald Glover.
Like Groot.
Yeah.
Doesn't Groot just only say Groot?
I am Groot. Yeah.
Yeah, I am Groot.
Yeah.
So next up, we have One Spoon of Chocolate, which looks like a movie made by Quentin Tarantino, but is a movie presented by Quentin Tarantino. It's a film by the RZA.
RZA.
By RZA.
RZA.
It says the RZA.
Yeah. From Wu-Tang Clan.
Okay. From where?
The Wu-Tang Clan.
The Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah.
Right, of course.
Yeah. You don't know the RZA?
No, I totally do, but I did not connect the dots.
Yeah. So here's the thing. I'm saying this looks like a Quentin Tarantino thing. I'm also saying that it looks kind of cheap, but do not underestimate the RZA because he has produced some flat out amazing, awesome like movies and shows and stuff. And so I would give this a chance just on his name.
I 100% will give it a chance. I will 100% watch this movie. And I mean this in the nicest possible way.
Yeah.
This looks like a Quentin Tarantino movie. Like, if you just showed it to me, I'd be like, oh, that's QT. You know, it looks like Kill Bill Volume 3.
And for all we know, it is, but he'll refuse to take it.
That's what I'm saying.
He's got his
I'm
last
saying.
movie. He can't do his last scene. No, not this time. No, I'll make a play. I'll produce stuff.
Can I tell you a secret?
Yeah.
Don't tell anyone.
This
is like off the record.
Just between
It's
you and
just
me.
off the record.
Yeah.
I had that comment queued up
Hmm.
to bait you to go off about how Tarantino, because I know how it bugs you
Yeah.
that he promised he'd only do 10 movies or something like
Yeah,
that.
10 or 11.
And now he's
or
doing all these like cheap things to find
Yeah,
like
it's a sequel,
loopholes.
so it doesn't really count.
Right.
It's not new.
Right. Kill Bill Volume 1 and 2, that's one movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, next up we have the newest trailer for Disclosure Day. And I'm getting more and more convinced that this is going to be one of the worst kept secrets, that it's a Close Encounters sequel.
Didn't we break that
Yeah.
on the show a couple weeks ago?
Yeah.
So it's not, I mean, we already brought that to
Right,
life.
but I'm getting more and more disappointed that it could be.
I'm getting more and more excited that it will be. Why in the world would you be disappointed?
Close Encounters is boring.
Oh my God.
It's just do something new. Like why?
Why, David? Why?
Why does it have to be connected? Why?
This coming from the
Hey.
guy, David, how
Why?
many Star Trek movies did they make?
I don't know too many.
Yeah, no,
I'm on board for all of them.
I know.
I'll watch all of them.
I'm saying.
I've seen all of them multiple times.
Yeah.
But Close Encounters?
I think Close Encounters of the Third Kind is a masterpiece. It's a cinematic masterpiece. I will never forget sitting in the movie theater, watching him make that mountain out of mashed potatoes.
You know, the problem is you saw Close Encounters when there was nothing to compare it to.
You know what else? I just realized the problem.
Yeah.
Same thing we talked about a few minutes ago. I saw Close Encounters in a movie theater. So I saw it.
Yeah.
Like I saw it. You know what I mean? I saw it, David. You watched it on VHS 20 years later,
No,
so-
probably not quite 20 years later.
but you didn't see it. Have you ever seen it in a theater?
No,
No.
I never would.
You saw it. You saw it once on TV
I've seen it more than once.
and then curated some kind of bogus opinion about it. You got your little pinky out and
Yeah.
declared it boring. Yeah, I can't do it as good as you. Is that how you do it? Almost, but then my fourth guy
yeah,
wanted.
it kind of works.
There you go. I'm like
yeah.
a little baby pinky. Yeah, there you go. Not nearly as good as you. Close Encounters of the Third Kind is a masterpiece. And if this is turning out to be a sequel or a prequel or anything related to it, I am all in on it. And this is my trailer of the week.
What?
This is my now.
This doesn't have anything new.
This is my second most anticipated movie behind The Odyssey.
It doesn't have anything new in this trailer.
It has all kinds of things new in this trailer. For example, the prominence of Eve Hewson, who we loved in Bad Sisters. She was amazing, right?
I don't know who it is.
Oh my God, you're the worst. Trailer of the week, Disclosure Day. Steven Spielberg's sequel to his masterpiece. And if it turns, see now you got me all hot and bothered. Now I'm all worked up. Here's what I'm gonna do. I tell you what I'm gonna do, cowboy.
Well, howdy.
Let me tell you what I'm going to do, Cowboy David. I'm
Yeah.
going to book Close Encounters of the Third Kind and see if it's out of release. If they won't let me book it, then we will know it's a sequel.
Because they don't want you to
A
know.
lot of times they don't. They take originals out of release ahead of a remake or a sequel or something like that, right? I'm going to
Alright.
do that. So
Okay.
next week we can report.
All right.
And while we're at it, last week we talked about Lauren.
Yeah.
Lauren is booked. It opens in Lidditz on April 17th.
Nice.
And because I know the Huntington Valley guy is going to ask,
Yeah.
it was unavailable for me well, I'm sorry. It's not that it was unavailable. I didn't have a free screen for it because April 17th, we're going to have too many other titles. But anyway, so it's only playing in Lidditz, but it opens on April 17th from Focus Features.
You don't have enough screens in Wilmington?
No.
Rude. All right. Next up, we have.
Can we just go back to Disclosure Day?
Yeah.
Emily Blunt.
Mhm.
You got some kind of problem with her?
No, I love that.
Josh O'Connor.
Sure, why not?
You got some kind of problem with him?
No.
He was incredible. Remember in Dead Men Don't Talk, or what was the one, the most recent Knives Out?
Oh, yeah.
He was the star. He was incredible in that movie. Colin Firth? Are you kidding me?
I thought that was him.
He's so great.
Yeah.
I already mentioned Eve Houston. Coleman Domingo?
Colman Domingo.
And you're going to put this movie out in the middle of June, the perfect release date?
Mhm.
David, this movie is going to be amazing. And
I'm
if
just
it's not
saying,
your trailer of the week,
if I had gone into this movie not knowing that it was Close Encounters involved, seen it, and then it was revealed that it was Close Encounters involved, I might have been, oh wow, that was really neat. But now
that was really
now
neat.
that it's out there, I cannot look at this movie and think of it as not a Close Encounters, especially with that spaceship coming down out of the sky.
Yeah,
It just pisses me off.
Okay.
All right.
I'm sorry. I'm looking up something because I want to, all right, we'll do that later. We'll do that after the show.
All right. Next up we have is The Gray.
In the Gray.
In the Gray. And this is a Jake Gyllenhaal and Henry Cavill film done by Guy Ritchie, where there's two guys that are taken out. We haven't really talked about what the movie's about because we've talked about the other two before. But this one's two guys, I don't know, con artists or criminals are in prison. They get taken out to do steal something back. This is my trailer of the week. I think it looks fantastic. I'm super hyped for it. I was watching this, quiet in the middle of the night all by myself, and I was laughing out loud at the part where he's like, my shirt's silk, and he throws him the wet bag, and he dodges it, and the guy behind him catches it.
Yeah.
He's like, I told you it was just silk, but it wasn't just that. It's that the guy behind him then tosses it at another guy who dodges it. And I was like, oh man, I'm totally in.
I agree with you. This trailer was amazing. This movie looks great. It's from our friends at Black Bear, which I believe is a pretty new studio. And they have it slated for May 16th, which means, I think that's Memorial Day weekend, which means that, or it might be right before. Anyway, it's a hot date. Like, they wouldn't put it in the middle of May if it wasn't a good movie.
Wow. Yeah.
So, In the Gray, David's trailer of the week. I'm not going to argue with you. That's a good trailer of the week.
Next up, we have Desert Warrior, starring Anthony Mackie cosplaying as Anthony Mackie and Ben Kingsley.
That's a good one.
Yeah, because there's no shot of him in the trailer that you're not like, oh, hey, that's Anthony Mackie
Yeah.
as a guy.
Right.
Like, you don't think, oh, that's this character.
Right.
He's
Yeah, I
played
know.
by, you think
Yeah.
that's just Anthony Mackie.
Mm-hmm.
This could be fun.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that it looks great. You want a Western? This is like,
Yeah.
close.
This is a sandy Western.
Sandy Western. Yeah, it's Middle Eastern historical drama, action drama, maybe just action.
Yeah. They're releasing it April 24th.
Yeah, I honestly cannot remember much about what the plot is, other than Anthony Mackie is with some group that's standing up to Ben Kingsley's some group.
Yeah.
And they're on horses in the desert and they fight.
Right. Speaking of horses and deserts, next up we have Power Ballad, which is a movie starring Paul Rudd and Nick Jonas from our friends at Lionsgate.
This is my runner-up.
This is a good trailer, and we love working with Lionsgate. Tell us about it.
So Paul Rudd is a past his prime wedding singer who meets up with Nick Jonas, who is a rising pop star. And they start talking about music and writing music, and he shares one of his songs. They're both working on each other's songs, and he shares a song with Nick Jonas's character, who then goes on to perform it live, and it becomes his, like, as we say before, his lightning in a bottle.
Right.
It's thunder in a bottle. Yeah. And he starts to get really famous, and then Paul Rudd gets really like, he's like, that was mine. What are you doing?
Yeah.
And so he's like trying to get his rights back.
Get some credit for it.
Yeah.
You know what one of my favorite things in the entire world is?
What?
When people get expressions just slightly wrong.
Slightly off.
Like thunder in a bottle, that's so good.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, it was something we've never personally done.
No. But when other people do it.
Yeah.
I mean, we would never do it.
No.
You know.
Never.
One time we almost did, but we didn't, just by the skin of our knuckles.
Yeah. Anytime that you might have thought we've done,
Right.
one of two things happened. One, you heard wrong, roll it back.
Right.
Or two, it was totally on purpose.
Right. To be funny.
Yeah, to be funny.
That's part of the bit.
It's part of the comedy of the
Right.
show.
Right.
This is a comedy show first,
Right.
a movie show second, and a news show fifth. All right, take us through the next one.
Next one is a horror movie called Hokum from our friends at Neon. We watched the trailer or the teaser for this, and this is the full trailer. Stars Adam Scott. Appears to be what he checks in to a haunted house, or
It's a hotel that his parents went to for their honeymoon.
oh, right.
It appears that he's going back to spread their ashes there,
Right.
but some sort of haunting is going on.
Chaos ensues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it kind of looks like people will get trapped in some sort of maze underground or something.
Right. I will go see this. I'm not a horror movie guy, but this is, I always say I like a horror movie if there's an interesting premise, and this is an interesting premise.
It is. I don't know that the imagery looked a little too kind of get stuck in your head for me.
Right.
So I probably won't.
What about our next
However,
one, Obsession?
I will go see Obsession.
Yeah.
I'm like fully in on this one.
Tell us about it.
So Obsession, we've talked about it before. This is the first full trailer.
Yeah.
And the premise is this guy's got a big crush on this girl, and
What are they, high school or 20s or?
it's hard to tell from the trailer. They're probably 20s.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's in the friend zone. Can't get it up. Can't get the nerve up to ask her out, and he finds like a wishing willow branch that you snap, make a wish, and he wishes that she would love him more than anything. But that becomes like an obsessive, crazy.
Well, she does love him more. The wish comes true.
Yeah.
And she loves him more than anything, but it's like she loves him more than anything.
And it almost seems like maybe she's like kind of aware that she's under a spell or something, because she kind of alludes that she's like, I love you only, that could only be matched by someone wishing on a willow branch.
Oh, yeah, I didn't pick
And then
up
other
on that.
people are like, what kind of spell do you have on her? And she just keeps laughing and laughing.
Right.
So maybe she kind of knows. And I don't know if she tries to kill him, or she starts killing people or like acts possessed around him. So because the end line is he's like, she'll never be normal again. And he's like, well, not until you die.
So he picks up the phone and calls the wish line.
Yeah.
Which apparently is a thing.
Right. And I love that the wish line is just some bored out of his mind.
Right. Hello.
Yeah. We don't really do that.
All right. So this movie's called Obsession. Comes from our friends at Focus Features, and it's released the same day as In the Gray. Obsession is probably a Theater 12 movie. In the Gray is probably a Theater 6 movie. Yeah. It's going to be good. My trailer of the week this week then is Disclosure Day, the possible maybe sequel to one of the greatest movies of all time. David's trailer of the week is also a great trailer from Black Bear.
That's right.
Called In the Gray. That's not the same one.
That's not the same one. I'm not taking this home. We're going to have to deal with it.
Okay.
Next time I take it home, I'll deal with it. I thought I fixed it. Turns out I didn't fix it.
I know why you don't want to take it home. You don't mind carrying it home.
No.
And you don't mind having it home. And you don't mind bringing it back.
No.
But you hate plugging in all the shit.
Yeah. That is 1,000,000,000%.
Oh my God. Okay, so this week we reviewed, we both saw a movie called Reminders of Him, or at least I think we did. I certainly did.
Did you?
I did.
Did you?
Well, you want to play our little quiz game and see if I know what the movie's
Pen.
about?
Okay, Pen. Describe any of the music in this movie.
Any of the music?
Yeah.
Country Western?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's start off with the soundtrack. I'm not sure if they saved a lot of money or if they spent a lot of money on the rights to like one Coldplay song and had no money left. But 90% of this movie's soundtrack is just a dude, I don't know, like just strumming like 3 or 4 notes every like 4 seconds on a guitar.
But David, one of the things, some movies are like Sinners, where you go, the soundtrack, or like a Christopher Nolan movie.
Right.
The soundtrack is part of why you go.
Yeah.
Right. And then there's some movies like Reminders of Him, where the soundtrack is what regular people like me would call irrelevant.
I found it difficult to not laugh at during the movie.
Okay.
I don't hate this movie. I'm going to come out and say it.
Yeah, I know.
I think this movie is fine.
Yeah.
I think it's poor.
Okay. All right. What else, what other quiz? How can I prove myself to you?
Well, I think you did. If you know that much about the music.
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw it yesterday.
All right. So then the little girl that lived in the hotel.
Mm-hmm. She's not a little girl. Well, what's little girl?
The little girl with the thick glasses and some sort
Down
of
syndrome?
developmental.
Yeah.
Yeah. What did she call the hunky Tyreek character?
Lead jerk.
The jerk. And then
Lead jerk.
Lead jerk.
'Cause
No.
Is Ledger.
No,
His name is Ledger, and she calls him Lead jerk.
First, she could just call him the jerk.
The jerk.
But then when they became friends,
Yeah.
and the main character introduced him to her
As Legend.
and said, "This is my friend Ledger,"
Yeah.
then the kid goes, "Le jerk,"
Yeah.
and then the Tyreek was like, "Oh, that's pretty good."
Yeah.
That was my favorite moment of the movie.
She was the best comedy.
She was the best character. Period.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. This movie stars Dollar Store. Well, the joke would have worked if I could remember the actress's name.
What are you talking about?
Blake Lively. Dollar Store Blake Lively.
Oh, wannabe.
Yeah.
The poor man's Blake Lively.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah,
you.
that's what I'm saying.
So, like I was saying, I love an expression when somebody gets it just a little bit wrong.
Right. Which again we've never done.
Nobody.
So if you think
ever.
so,
Right.
roll it back.
Right.
Yeah, we can use the extra view.
Right.
Yeah, Dollar Store, Blake Lively. The premise is she was inebriated, got in an accident, walked away from the accident, and in a plot point that makes no sense if you think about it, she's given 7 years in prison and her child's taken away because in the accident her boyfriend dies. And
because she's inebriated.
Yeah, and because she walked away, which is a very common thing after an accident for people in shock to do, to walk away.
You can't just say drunk.
But because she wasn't drunk, she took a Molly.
Oh, right. So she was high.
Yeah. She's inebriated.
She's inebriated.
I'm sorry that I used a real term to describe a real thing.
I apologize because I did not know that you were 67 years old.
Well, you might not know this, but I'm also a cowboy.
Yeah. Yeehaw.
Yeah.
How many times did you cry during this movie?
I was steadily running tears from the moment that the grandmother came in to say she could meet the son.
Yeah.
Or the daughter.
Yeah.
I was not like
No, I know.
Just
yeah.
Consistent,
Yes. Yes.
And I was with two lady friends.
Okay.
And I was like, "Oh, did you guys cry?" And they're like, "Nah." And I was like, "Oh."
Yeah, you're like, me neither, man. That show was stupid.
I was like,
That's the worst movie I've ever seen. When I saw Song Sung Blue,
yeah,
I think I shared with you that I was in a theater full of strangers, and I was out at the Fall Summit in LA. So it was a theater full of fellow theater owners, but the way it got split up, I didn't know anybody around me, and I was like ugly crying during Song Sung Blue. This movie, I thought was beautiful. I thought it was really well done. I enjoyed watching it. And I cried, I cried a little. It wasn't like sobbing, but kind of like,
right.
I had a little tear coming out.
It was just
yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm going to give this best movie I ever saw. And the reason why is because this movie, and this is, as you know, a criteria that's very important to me. This movie is exactly what you think it's going to be. You know what I mean? Like, this movie promises to be, what did our friend Frodo say last week? Cheesy and corny. But there's a reason she likes nachos.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, this movie is everything you think it's going to be. And I love that when movies deliver on what you think it's going to be.
This is a hard one. So I think the acting is pretty poor. But I don't know if it's the actors.
It's
I
the
think
writing.
it's the dialogue. Yeah. After it was over, everyone I saw it with, the other two people, we all said, I can understand why this is a better book.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of people coming to see it, and it is doing well, right?
Massive.
Yeah. Yeah. Because it was packed.
Yeah.
They're people who read the book.
Yeah.
Or who are at least familiar with the author, I don't know. But a lot of the plot points of this don't make sense as a movie, but are things that you would gloss over while you're reading. You know what I mean?
Like the mug collection in the bartender's office.
No, that That's fine. I'm talking more just like just why the characters do certain things or they allow other characters to do things. It's like when you're reading, your mental image is kind of solely focused on just the two characters that you're actually reading about. But when you see those two characters acting in a wider scene, it's almost like, well, like why would anyone do that in that environment, or why wouldn't anyone interact with them in that environment, or why don't people like clearly understand what they're visually seeing?
Right.
Whereas if you just read about people arguing, all you're really thinking about is those two people arguing and not the other people standing around them. You know what I mean?
Fair enough.
So, and you're more likely to forget if they just tell you, well, she went to trial and she lost. You're more likely to forget that detail than when you see it happen and you see all the people in your room. You're like, all of these people came to that conclusion. You know, that kind of thing. So it's
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I remembered the name of the Steven Spielberg movie we were trying to remember.
Oh wow! I'm glad you were paying attention.
Yeah, Meet the Fockers.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I remember that.
Okay, that's good. Yeah. There's a third one coming out.
What's that?
There's a third Meet the Fockers coming out.
Really?
Yeah. So they say. I don't know if he's involved. Anyway, I'm going to give this movie worst movie I've ever seen.
Oh, I'm going to give it best movie I've ever seen.
Because I'm making a choice to review it on what I thought about the movie and not that it did well.
So you're accusing me of loving this movie because it was a massive hit on a weekend when we really needed something to pull its weight.
I'm just saying that you might just be happy that it did what it's supposed to do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Always. That's all I want. That's all I ever ask for.
Instead of taking a critical point and saying what you thought
Right.
for the movie.
Right.
Wow.
No, that's why you're here.
Oh. Oh yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
All right. Next up, we have a movie that I know we are both genuinely, seriously excited for. Did we review a final trailer on this?
Yeah, I think we reviewed the last one.
Because I saw a trailer last night. I had some family over and I was showing them. We were making plans to watch the show and we watched a trailer to get psyched. And it was a trailer I hadn't seen before. And it was on YouTube called The Final Trailer. And at first I thought, oh, I have to put it on the show this week. But then I thought, well, maybe we had it on the show last week and I glossed over it.
No, I don't think so.
It was like heavy science fiction. Like it's sort of the first trailers that we've been watching for Project Hail Mary sort of focused on Ryan Gosling's character and had a heavy lean into the humor. And then the newest trailer is like, this is a funny movie, but really this is a science fiction movie.
It had a lot of the alien in it?
It had a lot of the alien. It had a lot of the space travel. It had a lot of the space.
That's the last trailer we watched.
Okay. So it hit me last night more than it hit me whenever we reviewed it. And I'm just so excited for this movie. I cannot wait.
The exciting thing is the directors have been on what's the I don't want to say they're under contract, but they've been listed as being set up to do Artemis, which is the next book. So the guy did The Martian, did Hail Mary, and he did Artemis. I've read Artemis. It's pretty good. It's not as good as I think these two are, but it's so it's exciting to think that they're already thinking or like might do the next book by this guy. So super excited for Hail Mary.
Project Hail Mary next week.
Yeah. All right, are you ready to get into listener feedback, question, comments, so forth, so on, and even more?
Am I ever?
All right. First up, we have.
Please come home. I got bills and belongings.
It's still so long.
It's not. It's not. It's one of our shorter ones. It's just a slower tempo. And I cut it more than in half of what it was. Watch, before it was only 18 seconds.
Tony Balonge writes in this week and he says, so my video response and kitty name went over like a turd in a punch bowl. I tell you, this Tony, man, I love this guy.
He's got a way with words.
He's got a way with words. He took the words right out of my mouth. He goes on to say, so I am resorting to using your new email. I mean, that's
podcast at pencinema.com. Podcast
at pencinema.com. We can't fool around with fake
No. It's always got to be the new one.
Right.
Yeah.
My second choice for the kitty name is Venom because it's David's all-time favorite movie, and by using it on a regular basis, it will wear David down, so he won't be so critical about other good movies. That's a good point. I could vote for Venom. Not really, but it's
Or
a good...
Eddie.
Huh?
Or Eddie.
What's Eddie?
Eddie Brock, a.k.a. Venom.
Oh. That's a little too cute for me. All right.
If you're gonna hate, you gotta commit.
You gotta
to
commit.
The hate.
You gotta commit, yeah.
Are you ready? What do you think? You think
I can't wait to see what you do.
Oh,
Well, wait, we're not deciding on the cat name,
no,
right?
No.
No, you're not asking me.
We're done with Tony Baloche?
Yeah.
All right.
It's the final countdown.
See, you wanted more.
I did want more.
See?
That one shouldn't have been cut because that's like
You've complained about
No.
that one for 6
I've
years.
never once complained about it. Abacus, back me up.
Like the first time. It's so long.
I never
It's
once
so
complained about
long.
that one.
Well, damage is done.
No, you
File's
gotta
been-
uncut.
The file's been edited.
You gotta splice that shit back together.
File has been edited.
I don't believe you. You found it once, you can find it again. David, our public demands a full countdown. You're not going to count down Sarah and be like 10, 9, 8, 3, 2.
I'm just saying, it was the longest one.
At what was the runtime?
20 seconds.
Oh my God, that's so long.
Yeah. It was the longest one.
But it worked. First of all, it worked. Second of all, it's one of our favorites. And third of all, we could talk over the end of it. You know,
Yeah.
some of the other ones, you know, like, I don't know.
Just saying.
All right.
You
All right.
make
What,
me take this thing home again.
what? No, I don't want you to take home because I don't want you to have to plug it in. What'd Sarah say?
Thompson says, I've been a little backlogged on the podcast now that you've gone to video. It's harder to watch than to listen to. How can I watch you guys when I'm waiting for paint to dry on my walls?
What's that? Some kind of shot? Is that some kind of knock on us?
As someone who's familiar with six shooters.
Right. Is she a quick draw? Is that what just happened?
She might be.
Was that? Did she just shoot one over the bow?
She did. One might even say that it, you know, it's high noon.
Oh God, remember that one? That one really goes on forever.
Yeah.
All right, so is she calling us boring?
I'm just saying that she's got paint to dry.
She's saying she would rather watch paint dry
Yeah.
than us.
She'll listen to us while she watches the paint dry. She can't divert her eyes in two different ways.
You know what she should do? She should put our show on YouTube and watch it and listen to the paint dry.
Perfect solution.
What am I if not a problem solver?
Exactly.
Exactly.
She also gave us a game to play later, which maybe we'll do. We'll have to talk about it at some point.
Yeah.
She says, I'm hesitantly excited for Dune 3, more excited for Doomsday. More excited about Doomsday. As Messiah was my least favorite of the Frank Herbert books. I'm sure Penn is not familiar with Dune Messiah. Why can't I talk? I'm sure Penn is not even familiar with Dune Messiah, even though Davis has told him at least twice that movie 3 is based on book 2. And of course, we all know that David is not only intimately familiar with Dune Messiah, but one might even call him an expert. I may not be able to read aloud well, but I do know about Dune.
Tell us.
Dune 3, the movie, is based off of book 2,
Right.
Dune Messiah,
Right.
which is really just a preamble for book 3, Children of Dune.
And Dune 2 was based on book 4.
And we don't joke around about that.
We don't joke around about Dune.
This is a no-fly zone on your
What makes it so funny is that you're not even kidding. You're not even joking. You're not even like, Penn, that's not funny.
No, come on.
Don't mess with Dune.
You know,
God.
really what it is not that it's not funny is that it is a legitimate internal struggle not to correct you.
Oh my God. Okay. So what are we saying? She's excited for Dune 3. That's the upshot.
She's hesitantly excited.
Would you say cautiously optimistic?
Cautiously optimistic is a good way.
Is
to
that
say.
how you feel too?
I am.
Yeah.
I am, because I don't know if I've ever mentioned it on the show before, but the ending of Dune 2
You disliked.
makes me so angry that I can. It's hard for me to watch either of the movies again. Yeah, I'm just saying, it's so wrong.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you were not here back when we reviewed Dune 2, it's worth your time to look it up.
Yeah.
And listen to David's frustration.
Yeah.
Here's what happened. When we reviewed Dune 2, we started talking about Dune 2, and David started on a rant. And then I went downstairs and hung out with the kids for a little while. And then I watched a movie. And then I went home and had lunch. And then I came home, back to the theater, chatted with the kids a little bit, got myself a Coke, and came back upstairs just in time for David to be halfway through his rant.
Yeah, but you got the gist of it.
I got the gist of it. Last but not least. Oh, that's a whole different dance.
Yeah. That's right. She got a new one.
Why?
It's just the Hobbit.
What is it?
That's just the Hobbit theme.
That's the Hobbit theme.
Yeah, the Shire.
Did you know that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I mean, I don't know if you know this or not, but the Lord of the Rings are a massively successful franchise. So successful that their music has spawned concert series of just their music.
Fascinating.
And one of the big things is that they have themes for characters and species that play over and over and over again throughout the 12-hour length film. You know, you would know, but you've never seen.
Right.
Next time they're in theaters, the extended editions.
Yeah. I won't watch them again either.
No, you've never seen them.
I don't. I mean, I've definitely seen them. I've definitely seen them.
No, you've not. No, you've not. No, you have not. You've not seen the. You've not seen them. You've not seen the extended edition. Next time the extended editions are here, we're watching. We have to.
Oh my God.
The two of us in a theater together 3 times.
And that's the half of my calendar that I got back.
No, look, yeah.
I got it back earlier in the show, and now I just lost it again.
Think about this time commitment, right?
12 hours.
Right. Forget the time.
Yeah.
Wait, because it's spread out over weeks or months or however you do it.
Right.
But once you do it, I can never bother you about it again.
No, so it's like an investment.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Like you're paying into the bank of not having to deal with me. That right there.
That right there.
Some people would do a lot more.
All right, so Frodo writes in and she says she is curious and excited for the Pixar lineup.
Yeah, specifically, the last Incredibles wasn't great, but wants to see what they do. But
did she see Hoppers? Because Hoppers was awesome.
I don't know. She didn't write about that.
Okay.
This would have been just before Hoppers.
She goes on to say she's got lots of opinions about snack ideas for the theater, but the 2 big take-homes, milkshakes and grilled cheese sandwiches with tomato soup. Dear gods, grilled cheese can be more than only American cheese on white bread, something like a smoked raclette with maybe some diced pepperoncini in there on slices of Italian boulet, griddled so that it steams it a little bit in some of the pepperoncini brine, giving just that little bit of zing to the crusted outside, and a bowl of Tommy Supreme to dip her in. Irresistible. Now, I'll tell you something.
Yeah.
Our chef, Mandy.
Yeah.
She made patty melts.
Patty melts?
Patty melts. And I've had a few. And they are to die for.
That sounds amazing.
Unbelievable. So good.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, I got to say, Frodo, that's a great idea. I don't know how I'm going to pull off a milkshake, but...
Milkshakes would be amazing. There was a grilled cheese on the menu before, but I think room for improvement.
It was not a piece of American cheese slapped on 2 pieces of white bread.
No. It wasn't. That's why there's room for improvement.
Okay. 2 other notes that we got. We got one in the topic of cat names. Are we going to settle the cat name today?
We can.
Okay. Papa Peter made a comment on Facebook that he said we should name the cat Penelope. And then he goes on to say, for obvious reasons.
What are those obvious reasons? Wow.
Yeah.
Well, at least you tried to elaborate.
Right. Listen, if they're not obvious to you, I'm not going to spell it out.
Yeah, because of the Odyssey?
I think it's a play on my name, Penn.
Oh, I see. I get it now. A lot of people wanted to name it after you.
Yeah, including our last commenter, some ruffian hooligan,
Yeah,
some troublemaker.
yeah.
He wanted to name it Penn Catchum. Get it?
I got it.
Yeah, okay.
I got it. No one's ever made a play on your last name.
Because it's cat, C-A-T-C-H-U-M. Catchum.
Wow.
Has the word cat, but it's a lot like my last name, Ketchum.
That's your last name?
Ketchum.
Same last name as the guy from Pokemon.
You know what I think about a lot when I think about my full name? I was working in the Lancaster County Prison.
We're in prison.
Back in the day.
Okay.
And I'm in there, and a lot of the inmates, the word got around that my name was fake. They legitimately thought I was operating under a fake name because they were like, well, Penn is short for penitentiary, and Ketchum is like, we're going to catch him and put him in the pen.
Right.
And so they put that together in their wisdom and decided that I was operating under an alias.
It's not a super big leap because I wasn't joking. The main character from the Pokemans is Ash Ketchum because you've got to catch them all.
Oh, you got to catch them all.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, David, what's your vote? So last week we had a bunch of good names: Walter, Albert, couple other from Frodo. This week we have Penelope for obvious reasons. If we're gonna go with Penelope, the name has to be Penelope for obvious reasons, which I'm not opposed to.
That does kind of roll.
That's got a nice ring.
Penelope for obvious reasons. Could you imagine introducing that?
Yes.
I almost like it.
I do too.
Just for that.
I do too. So a top choice is Penelope for obvious reasons, and then another option was Penn Catchum. The one that really stuck for me last week, you called me out on it. You guessed correctly. Frodo wrote in and said that in the old early days of movies, there was an actual cat that was named Cheetah. And this was the cat that voiced the original Hal because when you and I accidentally...
That wasn't right, though.
What are you talking about?
You're mixing them up.
No, I'm not.
I could pull it up. I'm pretty sure that the cheetah thing was different from the...
Negative.
The cat.
Pull it up.
All right.
So we have Cheetah. We have Cheetah and we have Penelope for obvious reasons. Which now that we're sitting here talking, I think it should be Penelope for obvious reasons.
I'm really leaning on Penelope.
But I really liked Cheetah because when the reason why the cat came into our lives was the first time that I asked you if you were sitting down, and we went through our whole bit about making all the noise, and then you sit on the cat and it goes, Rrr! And that's the sound that Frodo said came from the cat named Cheetah.
Right, we're going to find out for sure.
All right, you're going to look after the show, and you're going to be like, oh my God, Penn, you were right.
You just got to let it load. Hold
it's so weird.
Your jabronis.
It's so weird that you were right that time.
I'll be like, it's the first time. Okay, so maybe you were right. Because I was thinking of Cabaret is what I was thinking of. I thought you were thinking of the cat from the...
So who are you saying was right?
I'm saying that Frodo made a right assumption.
Yeah.
And
one of us was wrong, which was, I'm going to go ahead and say you
for obvious reasons.
And the other,
I think Penelope
for obvious reasons
is going to win.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Penelope for obvious reasons to the show. Please welcome to the show Penelope for obvious reasons.
I think the pause. Penelope for obvious reasons.
Right. Amazing. All right. So, congratulations, Pop. We will send you a free mug and a gift card to Penn Cinema.
Wow, he really wins it.
Yep, big time.
Well, you know what else is big time?
What's that?
The question that everyone's been asking.
Oh, yeah.
And it's, Penn, what's up with you? Whoa.
Right on cue.
You got your desk together just like they got together that symphony orchestra to play the Lord of the Rings.
And did you see how I
did.
A conductor? Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah. Perfectamundo.
David, this week, my family and I continue to watch Extracted, although it's been a long time since I complained to you about this because it hasn't happened to me in a while. You ever have that thing where you watch like all of season 3 and you're like, oh my God, it's awesome. And then you're like barreling through season 4 and then all of a sudden you get to the end of episode 3, and it doesn't click to the next episode, and you're caught up.
Yeah.
You're like, how could this be?
How dare they?
So I think what I'm trying to tell you is we're all caught up on Extracted, and we watched it and we were fully into it. And then now we have to wait. I think the new one drops tomorrow. And I'm like, I irritates the hell out of me.
Worse.
So anyway, we're watching Extracted. I know you're obsessed with the Paris-Nice race.
Yeah.
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 So we got the big stage race out in, I think, France or Italy or somewhere in Europe. Probably France, since it's Paris to Nice. And that's been exciting to watch. Or it was a rainy week, so there was a lot of dicey moments in the bike race.
Yeah.
And last but not least, did you see what I put on here?
I did.
Yeah.
I don't know if I believe it. What don't you believe? Tell me about it, and then tell me, like, chapter-wise.
Where I'm at?
Yeah, I don't want to know what story-wise in case.
Oh, in case I'm ahead of you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So last on my list is the same thing on David's list. Keen listeners, faithful, loyal listeners, will remember that last week, David and I started the Penn Cinema Podcast Book Club.
Yeah.
Right. And our first book is Dungeon Crawler Carl.
Already on a great run. It's definitely going somewhere that's not a dead end.
No. It's absolutely, I'm super into this book.
Okay.
All right.
Super into it as a competition, or super into it as in you're enjoying the book?
Well, David, I haven't received the book yet. But this morning, while I was preparing show notes, I thought, I saw your name that you were reading this book, and I thought, oh shit, I better buy a copy so I can catch up. So I have, and I actually, the magic of Amazon.
Yeah.
And I know we're supposed to be like boycotting Amazon and stuff. I think I can, I don't know. But anyway, I ordered it this morning, and it says it's arriving at my house. So I think when we're done with the show, I'm going to go home, and it's going to be waiting for me.
Oh.
So I'm on the board. I got the book.
Nice. I got it at Target right up the road.
Oh, see, I think other people are boycotting Target.
You got to choose who
I don't know.
You got to boycott.
Yeah,
when.
I don't know.
It's
complicated.
Yeah.
I wonder if anyone ever boycott us.
I mean, I'm sure.
That would be so
the
cool.
numbers show they do.
That would be so cool. What if they're boycotting us right now and we didn't notice?
You blew my mind.
Right. All right, David, what's up with you?
Let me tell you what's up with me. Last week, I reported that I had just discovered The Mighty Nine. And the Critical Role stuff, I'll give Frodo credit for pushing me in the direction of their stuff, because it's great. Thoroughly enjoyed it, but just like you, I got to the end of season 1, and I was like, there's probably at least one more episode to finish up the season. They're at the climax. So
oh my God.
Clearly, what's the climax of the season? But no, it just stops.
There's nothing possibly worse that could happen to a person than thinking you're rolling through a show and all of a sudden you're caught up.
It just doesn't have a good season end. It has a great cliffhanger, but not a good season, especially when then I looked up that this show came out like December or January.
Yeah.
And I have at least a year before I get to watch more of it.
Yeah.
And that is ridiculous and should be illegal.
Right. So are you reading Dungeon Crawler Dave?
Dungeon Crawler Carl.
Carl.
I am reading it.
Let me ask you this. Is it made up of a lot of hard words that can't be pronounced?
No. Because my issue is that it might be not difficult enough.
Oh, so it would be perfect for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now I've gotten reassurance from people who have read it that it's because I'm only a chapter in. I'm not going to pretend like I'm like
right.
far ahead. Like I've only read the beginning of the book.
Okay.
There's a lot of like pop culture current event references.
Yeah.
And I hated Ready Player One reading that book. I thought it was like almost insulting how much it fell back on like 80s nostalgia. And so I'm hoping that this isn't on the same train. And like once he gets in the dungeon, I can't see how it would be, because it would be, I'm okay with a character that's a fish out of water that makes some pop culture references, but it doesn't need to be dominated by it. From what I understand, it's not like that. So
interesting.
We'll be good.
Okay.
Hopefully. Plan to read more today?
All right. Yeah, I can't wait to read it.
All right. So that's it for this show. look, we reviewed Reminders of Him.
I can't tell you how frequently I bump into somebody and they say, I was just at your place the other day.
Yeah.
And I say, oh, that's great. What'd you see?
See, I have the same problem, but people are like, "Oh, remember when you said this on the show?" And I'm like, I don't know what it is about performing as much as this is like the way that this is, but when it's over, it's like out of the brain.
I'm just saying,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. And I'm just saying, I think that it's very common. It does not mean people didn't enjoy the movie. I think it's just interesting to me how common it is
to forget
for human beings to go see a movie, thoroughly enjoy it, have a good time, and then tell me they were just at the theater and how much they enjoyed it. And then when I just be polite, making conversation, say, oh, what'd you see? 4 or 5 times out of 10, they can't remember. Which I've learned over the years not to take offense to. It's just one of those things. And then they say, oh, it was really, and I can always get it on like the first clue. Like all they have to say is like, oh, it's that one with the, it's like the tearjerker. Oh, you saw Reminders of Him. Oh, that's great. And did you enjoy it? Oh yeah, it was great. Yeah. And as soon as you say Reminders of Him, they're, oh yeah, that's worse.
Yeah. The funny thing is, you're exactly the same.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, that's why I don't take offense.
Yeah.
All right. So next week, Project Hail Mary.
Right. Look, if you want to be a part of the show, the best way to do that is to email us as a brand new email, podcast@pencinema.com. Or go ahead and comment, and don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. We got to start saying that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you got to like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Right.
To the YouTube channel. Definitely, you don't ever miss a beat.
Oh, my God.
Right?
Right.
That'd be horrible. But
it'd be the second worst thing that could ever happen to somebody.
That's the best way to be a part of the show.
Right. Right.
But if you want to support the show, Penn, what's the number one way to do that?
Well, what a lot of people are doing. I don't know if did you see it when you were coming on in?
It was out there.
It was pretty wild, right? Yeah. What people are doing to show their support for Cowboy Dave is they're riding their horses to the theater, and like these really elaborate saddles and everything.
Yeah.
And I mean, I know that you go by David.
Yeah.
But all the saddles out there say, I'm with Cowboy Dave. And so it's, it's like a little subtle nuance.
That's my Western persona.
Right. That's what I'm saying. And listen, if you're not comfortable around large animals.
Right.
Do you remember when I was a judge at the cow milking contest?
I mean, I do.
It did not go well.
Yeah.
So not all of us are comfy, cozy cowboys like you.
Yeah. Get a miniature horse.
Right. And if you're not comfortable around miniature horses either.
Okay, all right, okay.
So
I thought that's where it was going. I just get a smaller version.
Right. So if you're not good with the bigger horses,
right,
and you're not good with the miniature horses,
right,
then what you can do is tell a friend how much you enjoy watching the show. So big horse, little horse, tell a friend. Those are your options.
Yeah. Just add a yeehaw.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Well, once again for the Penn Cinema Podcast, I'm David Bolton.
And I'm Penn Ketchum. Take care and party on.
Thanks for joining us this episode. Our hosts would love to hear from you. To contact the show with your thoughts and reviews, email podcast@penncinema.com. This podcast is a production of Penn Cinema. Escape to the movies at Penn Cinema, featuring crisp digital projection, killer sound, reserved seating, and premium power recliners. With locations in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, Wilmington, Delaware, and Huntington Valley, Pennsylvania. Showtimes and tickets available at www.penncinema.com.
Good. Good.
Yeah.
Great. I'm happy.
It's a cow.